Today we're going to take a waterfront tour and take a look at one of the top Okanagan lakefront resorts in the Okanagan, the Outback at 9845 East Side Road in Vernon, and we're starting now. I'm Lisa Salt with Remax Vernon Salt Fowler, and today we're taking an in-depth look at the Outback Lakeside Resort. But before we do, please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel as we're posting new videos like this every single week. On this channel, we give you the straight goods on Vernon and the Okanagan, our ultimate Four Seasons paradise. Whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days or just curious about the place we call home, be sure to call, text, or email us and just add salt. The Outback was developed and sold at the height of the last real estate boom in 2006-2007. And it was developed by a long-time Vernon family located right next to Ellison Provincial Park, and it encompasses 60 acres of woodlands on the shores of Okanagan Lake. It's on the outskirt of Vernon, so you're around 20-21 minutes from city center and almost at the end of Okanagan Landing Road, which turns actually into East Side Road. Now, the cool part about the Outback is it's zoned R6, which allows for nightly rentals and has an on-site management group that's currently rocking it in the vacation rental game. They take a pretty good percentage, however, they look after absolutely everything. You don't have to worry about one thing for the rentals, except cashing the check. And maybe they even put it directly into your bank account, in which case you don't even have to cash the check. I don't know. So the Outback has 5 main floor plans of properties with different styles, floor plans, price ranges of units. So I thought we'd look at each one of those now and look at what amenities are in each of the areas. So in South Bay, the South Bay units are situated close to South Bay Beach, where besides the beach area, you'll find a really nice big green space, a pool, hot tub, plus access to the new and improved Outback Marina that was recently built by a group of private Outback investors. Sometimes you can find some resale marina slip interests here, or some units are being sold with the slips included, or at least over and above the purchase price. Or you can rent a boat slip as well. The units in South Bay are usually attached. They're either up and down or side to side. Most of the upper units are 2 stories with these cool rooftop patios that take advantage of the incredible views over the lake and the development, where the lower levels are all level entries and all on just one level. Some South Bay units are really close to the beach and the pool, some are farther back, or they're kind of above looking over. Most, if not all of them, have covered parking that's fairly close by too, which is kind of a bonus. Second area is Quarry Bay. Now, Quarry Bay is around in the second bay at the Outback, and that's where there's currently a number of water access only buoys to park your boat. It's also where the first marina was before it was smashed to smithereens by the winds and the waves. A boardwalk is along the water. It still exists, and it's a good place to get picked up, you know, by the boat, or a good place to launch yourself into the water to swim out to your boat, or take the little water taxi if they still have that. Now, to get down to the Quarry Bay Beach itself, there's access from the parking area via a glass-fronted elevator, and that accesses the beach. And beyond that, there's a cool man-made cave that leads to a fire pit and a sitting area for the residents of the Outback. It's really quite cool. There are some first come, first serve areas to leave your kayaks down there as well. There's another hot tub. So the Quarry Bay units are an assortment of strata units that are either a few stacked on top of each other, or they're side-by-side units. They all have awesome views, and all the units have either covered or uncovered parking depending on the unit. So Trout Lake. So if we move up to the Trout Lake units, these are smaller and the most affordable generally in the complex. They consist of fourplexes and duplexes that are either 2 bedrooms or 3 bedroom units. Up here in Trout Lake, there are tennis courts if you like the racket sports, and then there's of course the man-made Trout Lake. It's not for swimming. You would have to go to South Bay or Quarry Bay for that. It's more for like looking at, I guess, and separating you from your neighbor, and just to give you peace and tranquility. There's also wildlife sightings around in the area for sure. Second pool is located up at Trout Lake, and a third hot tub as well. There's more parking up here than anywhere. Actually, there's like 3 open parking lots, which is nice as parking is a bit of a premium at the Outback. The Trout Lake units are farther away from the beaches. However, both South Bay and Quarry Bay really are only a short walk away. Forest Cabins. The Forest Cabins are freestanding single units located here and there around the forested area of the Outback, hence the name. And they're mostly 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom units that include a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom casita, although the odd forest cabin is only 2 bedrooms with no casita. These are fairly affordable units, you know, in the whole scheme of the assortment of homes at the Outback. And they're really popular because of their single-family nature, and they often come with a little bit more privacy than you would normally get that if you had an attached unit. Parking is uncovered, and kind of like the Trout Lake units, you may have a little bit of a walk down to the beaches. The odd one will come up with a lake view also, which is usually reflected in the price of the unit, and that's pretty nice. Now, the last of the Outback floor plans are the Ridge homes. Now, the Ridge homes are mostly located on the ridge, overlooking the lake, and some are in Quarry Bay, also overlooking the lake. These are the largest of the floor plans at the Outback and are either freestanding or some are duplexes. And they have the coolest of the architectural features with the floor-to-ceiling windows and the living room, overhanging the rocks that take the best advantage of the lake views. And there are many different custom floor plans for the Ridge homes, and these, of course, are the most expensive of the homes at the Outback. However, they're also the ones that rent for the most. There are some smaller 2-bedroom Ridge homes as well, at least one that I know of for sure, and the rest are all 3 or maybe 4 bedrooms. The odd one has an attached garage, the odd one has its own private pool, but they all have the killer lake views. The Ridge homes also have priority access to marina rentals, so if you own a Ridge unit and you don't want to buy and it doesn't have a marina interest associated with it, you do have priority over marina rentals, which is kind of nice. Now, the Outback also features a secured gated entrance as well, and there's an owner's lodge where the Outback Management Company works out of for rentals, etc. And there's a fitness center and a playground as well there. And speaking of which, it has a very popular vacation rental department that's totally hassle-free. And the owners have been really, really happy with the rent that they receive to subsidize their vacation rental, or some choose to rent out their units as often as they can and end up doing really quite well on their return on investment. And I didn't mention that it's literally right next door to Ellison Provincial Park. So you have easy access to all the trails and beaches and the dog beach at Ellison, the mountain bike trail system and all that. I should also mention that short-term rentals are allowed in the Outback as well, like nightly rentals. If you're interested in other lakefront properties in the Okanagan, please make sure to watch our Lakefront series on buying and building on the lake. And be sure to contact Remax Vernon Salt Fowler, your Okanagan lakefront specialists.